Hello, my lovely friends, and welcome to another episode of the Hayley Osborne Show. I'm really glad that you are here this week with me. This is a very special week, and I'm going to share a little secret with you soon, which won't be a secret anymore after I share it. But today is episode 107. And I want to talk about my framework to leveraging your small business's story for big impact because this is really important. It's narrative power, right? So I want you to have such big impact with your story because your story is really significant and it's important. And so I think that's the beauty of being able to tell it well and properly. But before we get into it, one of the best things I've ever done for growing my business is to get really clear on my story. And my story has changed over the years from where I started my business to where I am now. And I've had to morph and change with the times, starting out this business with no kids, a different name, and a different style of business to where I am now with kids, working under the Hayley Osborne brand, and therefore my stories had to change. So I want to take you behind the scenes in my new course. Yes, my new short course, Superhero Storytelling, where you will learn the best frameworks and tools I've built and created to develop what my story is today so you can use them in your business to create your story too. Superhero storytelling has been designed by me to help you discover the superpower inside your business and frame it into a dynamic story to tell, because that is the best, right? And understanding your unique strengths and how to harness them through your storytelling is the key to growing your business. I've worked with so many businesses over the years, and this is the one thing that keeps coming up as being needed. And once it is nailed, honestly, they fly, and it's like just a mic drop moment. It is really, really good. It feels really good to craft your superhero origin story, though, and tell this proudly in different ways, resonating with your audience at different levels, depending on where they are in their business and in their journey, so they can relate to you. So, once you nail your story, you need to be able to tell it many, many different ways in order to be able to land where your current client is at in their life cycle, in their journey with you, whatever that looks like personally for them. And it's time to develop the setting and environment for your superhero narrative to be aligned everywhere your business shows up, like Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter, TikTok, and most importantly, your website. Superhero storytelling is the key that is going to show you how. How would you feel to develop the techniques your business needs for crafting engaging and relatable superhero and villain characters that resonate with your business and your audience? This lights me up. I've been wanting to do this for such a long time, and now it's coming to life. I cannot believe it. I'm so excited. And, the superhero villain stuff, it's just when you get deep in it, it is so uncovering, and it'll add yet another thing for you to talk about in your story. Now, I'm not specifically saying that you have superheroes and villains inside your business, but more along the lines of being able to confidently describe the pros and cons, right? The pro as a superhero and the cons as the villain inside your business without always having to refer back to selling, because that's not what sells across your marketing and specifically your social media. And I've found over the many business I've worked with that inside your business, it's important to frame each thing you talk about, right? The pros and cons, the superheroes and the villains, in a way that's relatable to your audience from where they're currently at in their journey of potentially purchasing with you, for example, to where they can be when they start working with you. Moreover, selling and getting comfy storytelling. People buy from people and stories. They don't buy from selling. All of us can relate to and can create amazing stories behind our businesses. And it's the story, it's your origin story, discovering your superpower that ultimately works to attract your dream clients. And I found doing this for myself was such an amazing process, and it can work for you too, which is why I'm so passionate about taking you through it, because I see so many people doing it wrong. And it's so easy to just find those slight tweaks to do it right. Storytelling is the currency of humanity. And if I can do it and craft something incredible for my clients and for myself, I know that you can too. I've spent over 15 years mastering the art of storytelling for not only my own brand, but for some of the biggest brands in the world. The time has come now, finally, for me to show you how in superhero storytelling. All you need to do is go to superherostorytelling.com and join the waitlist to find out more. Uh, but we are back. I just had to press something. So there's going to be a little stop on the YouTube video and me going, do, 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 which is fine. I don't even care because this is reality, right? Not everyone's perfect and done is better than perfect. So we keep the camera rolling and that's so fine. Okay, so let's get into today's episode. I want to also say before we do that doors to superhero storytelling. Okay, this is a 4-week course. They actually open on the 28th of May. So if this sounds like something that you need and that you are keen, I would get yourself on the wait list now for some beautiful bonuses. And check out the price too, because this is the first time that I am launching this, and this price will be a one-time price. So go over to the website and have a little look. It's superherostorytelling.com and you will see. But otherwise, because this is the first time I've done this is quite a low price. There's a couple of options for payment plans, and just have a little look, see how you feel. The price will go up the next time this launches. So it will pay you to get in this round. And yeah, I absolutely cannot wait to deliver this. This has been something that has been so dreamy of mine for a while now. Ever since I launched the membership, Superhero Marketing, I just knew that there was an opportunity there for other little things to happen on the side. But, being a mum of young humans, you do what you do and you can't do everything and you have to make a choice, and that's okay. And I'm cool with that. So let's get on to today's episode, my framework to leveraging your small business story for big impact, because that's what we want. Like, we're not here for a haircut. We want massive impact with everything that we touch, that we play, that we write, that, we want it to turn to gold. And so this is where it starts. So, the canvas of every brand is woven from stories and storytelling that really encapsulates your small business's values, struggles, triumphs, and the landmark moments that define its path to where you got to today. So for small businesses like yourself who is listening, no doubt, these narratives aren't just part of your brand. They're the touchstones for customers to understand who you are and why you do what you do. And I say touchstones because they're like the buttons, right? That people click around to find out more about who you are and what you do. Because I'm saying 100%, I've said this so many times, is that you can't just expect people to buy from you if they don't know you, right? Which is your consistency. And they're definitely not going to buy from you. That's first and foremost. The second part is they have to trust you before they buy from you. And so when you combine those two parts, it equals then to sales. However, you need to have those touchstones ready in order for them to be able to know you and like you and trust you to buy from you. All right. So a compelling narrative can really make a monumental impact, converting your audience that are simply browsing. Because let's be honest, all of your socials are a cold audience. So those people that are simply browsing into loyal customers and even brand ambassadors, I've seen it done 100 times. And this is also possible for you too. But how can you, as a small business owner, harness the power of your unique story to create this type of impact that I'm talking about? In this podcast episode, I really wanted to come and talk about how you can explore ways to uncover the narrative in your business by asking those thought-provoking questions, and it will help you to weave those questions into a story that resonates with your audience. So your answers become the captions, I guess, around what your story looks like, how it feels, and how you want to be perceived. And I want to help you understand my framework to leveraging your small business's story for big impact, whether it's about how your business came to be, the milestones that drive you every day, or customers whose lives that are changed for the better because of your work. That's really important. And every tale, every story you tell really reinforces blah, blah, your brand's presence in the hearts and minds of your community, right? Because that's what we're talking about here. We're talking about real people, how what you do resonates with them and in their community and in your community. So there's a few things I wanted to touch on. The first one is to be able to craft a really compelling origin story. So this goes back to the superhero theme, but your origin story is important. And every superhero has an origin story, guys. And your small business is no different. And every small business has a unique origin story that can really captivate your audience's attention. So share how your business came to be, the challenges you've faced, and the victories that you've celebrated, because this will all help to morph your origin story and how you got started to be able to story tell to sales. That's how it works. And this narrative, whatever you land on, should be woven into all aspects of your marketing and all your sales efforts, from your website, your about page on your website, to your social posts, and even in your marketing campaigns. A compelling origin story not only humanizes your brand, I love this so much, but it builds a deeper connection with your audience. So that humanization and deep connection, they're the triggers, right? That people want to be involved in, to be able to know you, like you, and therefore then trust you to even buy from you. And so when you get that deeper connection with your audience, it's making them more likely to support your business. Okay. And that might be small steps to start with. Might be liking your post, making a few comments, sharing it with their friends, or it might be just silently observing from afar, but you're always appearing in their newsfeed. And so what that does through your marketing is when they need you, you are top of mind in their thoughts for the product or service that you provide. And that's where the gold nugget lies, right? So you need to have a really compelling origin story to be able to convert those people into trusting you. And it all comes from like within. It is all the narrative has to be true, and you have to really work on building out that story. The second thing I wanted to showcase is sharing and showcasing your customer success stories. Okay. This builds narrative power as well. So when you can leverage the power of storytelling by telling your customer success stories and sharing their testimonials, these narratives really demonstrate how the tangible, like the physical impact that your products or services can have on real people's lives, because nothing says you're amazing like somebody else saying it. You can say it till the cows come home, but when someone else says it, it solidifies you, right? It solidifies what you do in the market. So it's important to have those customer success stories and sharing them with through your marketing and even on your website, brochures, whatever you do. All the platforms share them because it's social proof. Okay. And it all really highlights your origin stories. Okay. You are who you say you are. This is important. And by showcasing how you've helped others achieve their goals, you provide your potential audience with relatable situations and scenarios, excuse me, increasing trust and persuading them to choose your business. I'm going to have a quick drink and I'm not going to press pause because this is a real podcast and I'm trying to be real. Okay, so thank you. The third thing I wanted to say is utilize your content marketing strategically, okay? And this, by utilizing it strategically, it will help to build your narrative power. Another really important thing. So, all of your content should tell a story, whether it's blog posts, videos, podcasts, infographics, your social media posts focus on topics that resonate with your target audience, by solving their problems, answering their questions, and providing massive amounts of value. But utilize your content marketing very strategically, because through your content marketing, you can position your business as an industry leader and a trusted advisor, which can significantly impact your sales and your revenue and therefore your profit. Sounds pretty good, right? It does sound, it's like you're probably saying, Hayley, you make it sound so easy. If this was easy, everybody would do it, which is why they don't, because it's not easy. It's the same as running your small business, guys. It's not easy. And if it was, everyone would have a business, but they don't, because it's hard. And so by incorporating things like this into your business that I'm talking about, it is hard, but my goodness, the rewards are incredible. Not just for your self-esteem, but also for your business's bottom line. And you need to remember that it's not just about selling your product or service, product or service. Oh my goodness. It's about telling a story. Okay. A story that's engaging, a story that people are going to remember, and a story that keeps your audience coming back for more. I cannot stress this enough. Okay, your narrative is power. Your storytelling is power. That is your superhero quality. Nobody has the same story as you. Like I say, there is no unique message. There are only unique messengers. So your story, your background, who you are, and how you deliver what you do combined is individual and unique to you. So you need to be the best storyteller that you possibly can in order to translate your message into sales. And no one else has your story. So this is where your narrative, and you can leverage it into your power. The fourth thing I wanted to say is around embracing social media. So there's such powerful tools for storytelling, all the mediums behind, still photos, carousels, videos. Use them to share everything, including the behind the scenes glimpses, day-to-day ops behind your business, spotlights on people that work inside your business and the customer experiences of people. So testimonials, what they think of your product or service, that kind of thing. And these narratives will make you approachable, okay, and relatable. And they're the things that sell. All right. So engaging with your audience, even through the comments and messages that they leave, also helps to build community around your brand, because you would know if you're on your social media, it doesn't matter which social platform you're on, and you see people leaving comments on someone that you care about or value or want to buy something from's post, but they don't write back to the person that posted it, you're like, oh, well, that's a bit rude. Or, I mean, that's what I think anyway, because I'm always teaching you to respond to all your messages and all your comments. And it's like the little things that you do. One of my most long-term clients that have come all the way through my business just replied to one of my Instagram stories one day, and we started up a conversation, and the rest is history. So this is possible for you too. You just don't know it if you're not putting yourself out there enough, and you don't have that narrative power behind you, and you don't have that superhero storytelling narrative like up your sleeve to be able to refer back to all the time instead of referring to selling. The fifth thing I wanted to say, then the last thing I wanted to say, is integrate your story where you can into your branding and or packaging. Okay. So if you don't have a product-based business, that's fine. You can do this through your social media, through your emails, and through any other type of digital marketing or marketing that you do around your service. You can integrate your story into your physical branding. So I'm about to launch my new website, and well, I may have already done it. When you listen to this podcast, I hope that I have. And you will see how this story, my narrative, is playing out throughout my brand now in a more powerful form, in the way that superheroes should perform. It's been a long time in the making, and I'm really excited. But I want you to know because it's something I know to be true and I've been working on for a long time, this new website, is your brand's visual identity, right? Including your logo, marketing materials, anything should really reflect your business's story and its values and should play out every day, showcasing what your mission is in your business. And this cohesive branding strategy ensures that every interaction that your customer has with your brand, okay, every touch point, where they land, what they see, how they um, interact with it, really reinforces your origin story or your story and your narrative, because everything matters. And it's the 1% that matters all the time. I say done is better than perfect every single time. Get it out there and then make it better, make it better, make it better. But you're not going to know how to do that unless you get it out there. And that's why done is better than perfect. So you need to consider how your story can be told through your design elements and copywriting. And it's so easy for small business owners these days through things like Canva. But the copywriting is in your storytelling, right? It is in your superhero storytelling. So, for instance, if sustainability is something that is a core part of your story, use eco-friendly packaging and highlight your commitment in your marketing materials. There's so many ways that you can do this. And then by aligning your branding with your business story, it can really create a memorable brand experience then that can attract and retain clients. And it's the lifetime value of your client that matters the most, which will ultimately drive the most revenue and the most profit back into your business. Your superhero origin story is going to be the thing that leverages you towards success with your messaging in the future, because of things like AI and things like that integrating into everybody's world. You don't want to be stuck in a sea of sameness. So when you can integrate that story and that narrative through your business, you are breaking away from that same. AI might sound easy and it's a great research tool, but it can never be you. So it's really important that you deliver your message, right? There's no unique messages, but there is unique messengers. And that is how you get your message across, through your superhero story. Okay, so that is the end of the podcast episode, guys. There were 5 points that I wanted to make in that, and I think I've made them pretty clearly. And if you think, oh my goodness, Hayley, like I really need to get clearer on what my narrative is and how I tell my story, my new course, Superhero Storytelling, might just be the thing for you. Head over to superherostorytelling.com to find out more about that. It is a short course. Okay. It is a little complimentary side bit to my membership, but it is a short course. It's a 4-week course that is going to teach you exactly how to discover the superpower inside of your business and frame it into a dynamic story to sell and dynamic story to tell who you are and what you do, because understanding your unique strengths and how to harness them through storytelling is the key to growing your business. And I've got to go, but I will see you next week for another episode of the Hayley Osborne Show. Head over to superherostorytelling.com to find out a little bit more about what I'm doing. All right, guys, bye.